Good afternoon. I herewith open this extraordinary public meeting of the Island Council of St. Eustatius for today, December 22nd. I would like to welcome those who are present in the hall, as well as those who are listening by way of radio and the social media page, Statia Government. I invite us all to please stand for the singing of the local anthem, the Golden Rock Song. You may be seated. We are now at agenda point 2, and this is where the members of the Island Council can make announcements if they do have announcements to be made. I ask you, members of the Island Council, are there any announcements? No announcements. We are at agenda 3. Setting of the agenda. Agenda 1, as was advertised and published. Opening. 2, announcements. 3, setting of the agenda. 4, third, budget amendment and CFT reaction. Announcements of the Executive Council and the Island Governor per Articles 49 and 50 of the Regulation of Order of the Island Council. And closing. Can we agree to continue today's meeting with the agenda as is? Thank you, members of the Island Council. Agenda point 4 is the third budget amendment and the reaction of the CFT. For public information regarding the third budget amendment for 2025, this document outlines the changes that need to be made to the budget based on what actually occurred during the year. In simple terms, it updates the budget so that it reflects the real income and expenses, and it also allows us to allocate funds for items that were not originally budgeted. In our last Island Council meeting last Thursday, December 18th, the Island Council debated the third budget amendment and voted. Considering that all members were not present, the vote resulted in a tie, tallying 2 for and 2 against. In accordance with Article 29 of the Rules of Order of the Island Council has to reconvene in a subsequent meeting, which is today, to revote on this third budget amendment and CFT reaction for the year 2025. I therefore look to you as Commissioner of Finance to ask whether there's anything further to add regarding the third budget amendment. Commissioner?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We don't really have anything to add. There hasn't been really any other developments relating to the budget amendment, outside of the semantics that we wanted to apply to align it with when we make our year report 2025.
Thank you, Commissioner. I now invite the Island Council to indicate whether there's a need for debate on this item or whether we can proceed directly to a vote. Island Council? And so at this time, no indication, and we will go into the voting on the third budget amendment for 2025. The order of speaking, or casting your vote in this case, is as follows. Councilman Derek Simmons, followed by Council Lady Raquel Spanner-Carty, followed by Councilman Clyde Van Putten, followed by Councilman Glenville Schmidt. Councilman Derek Simmons, you may now express your vote.
For.
Thank you, Councilman Simmons. Council Lady Raquel Spanner-Carty, please express your vote.
For, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Council Lady Raquel Spanner-Carty. Councilman Clyde Van Putten, you may now express your vote.
Madam Speaker, I would like to make a statement before I cast my vote. As was indicated, the Island Council met last week, Thursday, to discuss the third implementation report and the third budget amendment for this fiscal year 2025. As I said in the opening statement back then, I came with the intention to support both proposals that was put forward by the government, but based on the advice, because of the lateness and all of that, I looked towards the Office of the General Secretary for advice, and accordingly my colleague and I voted against the budget amendment, not because we was opposed to the amendment, but because of the different legal aspect involved. I did not sit quiet as a responsible faction leader in this council, and I took it on my own to contact the manager of the department, along with the Office of the Griffier, and said that once we had something in place, where we was clear that once the Island Council passed it, that the minister was prepared to sign it. We had both reaction from the CFT as well as a written statement from the Ministry of Home Affairs on behalf of the Minister and Kingdom Relations. So against that backdrop, I am comfortable and basically given the approval. But like I said before, it must be clear to the public that we were not against the proposal. But as it was at that point in time, seeing it is very late, we wanted to make sure that once we made that decision, that it was vetted and meeting the legal requirements as prescribed by law. So having said that, I vote in favor of the budget amendment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Clyde Van Putten. Final on the expression of his vote is Councilman Glenville Schmidt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Morning to good afternoon to everyone. I vote in favor of the amendment.
Thank you, Councilman Glenville Schmidt. And based on today's composition of the Island Council with 4 of the 5 members present, all 4 in attendance have supported the budget amendment, the third budget amendment for 2025. It is herewith unanimously carried. Thank you, members of the Island Council. Agenda 5 is announcements of the Executive Council and Island Governor. Commissioners, are there any announcements on your part? No announcements on your part. And for myself, there are also no announcements, as I've already shared announcements that I had during the last meeting. So on that note, we have come to agenda point 6, which is the closing. And we've had a productive meeting here today with the important document, third budget amendment unanimously carried. So at this time, let us all stand in respect for the local anthem, the Golden Rock Song. This meeting is herewith officially closed.